Hello everyone, it's Miriam here again at Paper Wheel Studio, the home of the wheelchair crafter. I'm working on a boy journal, which I've said in my previous videos. It's not a baby boy journal, but it is for a young boy. I believe he is between 0 and 2. I don't know exactly a year, maybe a little over a year. I'm not quite sure. So I'm going through my children's books that I have, and I'm just kind of going to ferret through them, and I'm going to do just some reaping, you might want to say. If you look at what the true definition of reaping is, you're just going through things and pulling out things. So I'm just harvesting things from these journals or these books that I can use in my journals. I do have a bit of a cold, so rather than doing a lot of talking as I go through things, I think I'm just going to turn on some lovely music with this video, and we'll simply go through my books here and see what I can come up with. And then tomorrow we'll do something with these images. I do have another journal that I need to finish up that I'll work that into one of my videos sometime this week. But for today, we're just going to kind of look through these books, see what I can come up with. I'll just show you some examples that I've pulled out here before I get started. These are just from some different children's books I had. Some of them I just kind of roughly fussy cut, nothing real serious. I'm aiming for young boys, but not babies, but not as old as, 12, that kind of thing. Some of these might look a little older, but I'm just kind of going with a general thought in my brain. I saved this train, what boys, Thomas the Engine, trains I think are very boyish. I did have a son, so this one's pretty cool with the dad and the I don't know how I will use it yet, but I thought it was cool. I could turn it into almost anything in this journal. I saved the pilgrims. I'm not going to use it in this journal, but I just simply did not want to toss them, so I'm going to lay that aside to put with other book page images. Again, these are just some more that I've pulled out here that I thought might work well. Yeah, that's the one there. And then these others are just, I tried to get just some ones of individual boys that I could possibly use. And again, I have no idea how I'm going to use these. I'm just ferreting images and just going through and picking out some things that I could use. Another train from, I forget the name of this book. It's not Thomas, it's another old children's book about trains. I also have whoever the little Bernstein bear is. He's giving a speech on pilgrims, but we don't know that. We just have a guy, young boy, reading from his paper. Again, this is just one I saved from that same book that I don't really want to keep at the moment, or I don't want to use in this journal, I should say. Another image of a little boy. This is some ephemera I got from Echo Park that I'm going to adapt into this journal as well. So we'll lay that aside because that's not really what we're doing today. Not even sure why I had that here. It just happened to be in the stack, I think. Same with this card. It just happened to be in the stack. So all those things we'll kind of toss to the side since we're not doing that today. Here's some that I took from another boy's book, which I thought really cool. We've got two boys sitting at a desk. Another little tiny train here. I've got this one from an old kid's reader from school. They're at the top, but then on the back side I've got some other boys, so I might be able to use both images by cutting them out. I also have this page here that I thought might make a nice, I'm going to be, I really don't have, I have a digital that has, images I'm going to use. But other than that, you know, I'm just kind of coming up with everything on my own for this, excuse me, this journal. Some more images that I could fussy cut. I think that was mainly the school image there on the back that I was looking at. Again, some boys at a chalkboard. So they're just random images that I pulled from a book. And I'm going to go through some of these others here and see. I mean, DuckTales, you know, a lot of the little Donald Duck's nephews, many of them are boys, so I thought that might be cool. A couple more trains that, you know, I don't know that I'll use every one of these in this journal, but I can put them all in a category to keep them for future journals as well. No, I didn't keep that for the kangaroo. It was mainly for the tiger. There's a little boy and girl watching the tiger, and I just really like that tiger, so I threw it in. Whether he'll go in this or not, I don't know. So I'm just going to go through this. I thought about just maybe pulling some out of here. I really don't plan to do a lot of talking, but if you'd like, I might let you know why I've pulled some of these images as I go along. If you don't mind my crackly stuffed nose kind of voice here. Okay. Dear Uncle Donald, we're having a fun trip. As soon as we said goodbye to you, our adventures began. So let's see if we can get a good image of the little ducky boys. Actually, them sitting at the table is a good one, but let's see what else we got here. I'm sure we have something else that will work just as well. Oh, I like this one with the little boys following the Scrooge McDuck, or whatever they call him. I don't know. I remember reading this book to my son many years ago, but it has been quite a while. All right, here we are with some sports. These are better images. I like this. So I'm going to go ahead and just simply take this page out of my book. These are some sports images with the little ones. So I thought that would make some great pieces of ephemera. To decorate ephemera, or to even use to make ephemera out of. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take this page with him playing hockey on the, I thought he was on skateboard, but no, he's got skates on playing hockey. It's really cool because it's got that green night in the background, and it's kind of a big image. I'm not sure what I will do with that. Let's see, I can get this one to start to tear. So let's try this end and see what I can do here. I could take the whole book apart, but I don't really want to do that today because I want to be able to store these, and they're so much easier to store if they haven't been taken all apart at one time. I may end up taking some of these apart, however, in the future if I decide to use them for particular pages in my journal. So there's two there. Let's see what else I've got here. In comes the little girl duck. That's cute with him sliding down the stairs. But I'm going to let it go now. I might come back and get it in the future. I'll just remember that this book has some things that I might want to come back in and get in the future. I don't really want the criminals. I don't want anything in a little boy's journal that's going to frighten him if he were to look at it when he was young. But I do want, you know, some cutesy pictures of the ducks. So let's see what else we got here. Hiding in trees. And if I have book pages that I'm not going to use for ephemera or pages in a journal. You could also use your hole punch and get a whole bunch of little circles out of one book page that you wouldn't use in any other way, or tear it in pieces to use in collage. It's a lot of times with smaller images in a book, you don't really know what it is what I'm trying to say. I just got that medicine brain today from my cold, so I apologize, folks. Here's Timothy the tiger. Some cute little elephant images, and a little image with the tiger and elephant there. Let's see. Some of these books are just really old that I haven't really looked at for a while, so I'm not real sure what kind of images might be in them. But I'm just kind of looking to see if something looks pretty cool that I could just pop one out and use in some way in a kid's type journal that I'm making. I do like the one of him sitting there holding his head on the log right there. Isn't that cute? And the one of him with the elephant there. I just am not in a hurry to tear the book up if I can find enough others. So I think unless something else pops out, I'm going to leave this book together. Oh, look at those. Yeah, I think we'll skip Timothy on this one. The book's still in really good shape, so I hate to tear up a book also that's in excellent condition, but Bambi. Look at all the animals. That page alone would make an absolutely amazing envelope. So I think I'm going to just pull that out and use it for some kind of an envelope or something. I just like how it has that full image with no words there. That'll be excellent. And Thumper is just the cutest little rabbit ever anyway. Isn't he, though? I know for sure there will, and look, there's butterflies and birds in that one. So I know for sure that there will be if I don't know what I was saying, just ignore that last comment because I really have no clue where I was going with that statement. There's another one of nothing but bears climbing a tree. That's pretty cool looking too. So I think we'll pull it out. Let's see here. I might just wait and pull. Is that whole? Aha. Yes, I can. This book is starting to come apart at the spine, but I think I've got it. If I can locate my scissors in this disaster under my books here. I have a pair of scissors that I can just go along here and cut these threads on the spine, and I think this full page will pull right out, and I might be able to use this as a full page in my journal with Bambi and Thumper and the bears even. So let's see if we can harvest this page without it all coming apart. I'm sure when I cut these threads it'll come apart, but I mean, see if I can salvage this page as I'm going here. This is what I call harvesting when I'm taking book page images and just pulling some things from a book. Thread it's easier if I just tear it. So since that's what I've started here, that's what I'm going to continue to do. Hopefully it's not really tearing my book pages much. So there we go. Now I have this whole piece here. If I decide to use it in the journal, I'll just reinforce the spine, and would be cute even as an actual journal page. And look at these little pictures of Bambi with the flowers and butterfly. Oh, there's the little skunk. What was his name? Flower, that's right. Bambi and Thumper and Flower, that's what it is. So, and there's the wise owl. Look at this, just for images alone. You wouldn't think of that, but some of these children's book has some very amazing images to use in things. It just really depends. There's another full page with the owl. Just really depends on what you're going to be doing as to what you can get from them. Squirrel. All kinds of animals at the pond in this picture. Oh, look at all the frogs. Amazing. Bambi getting a close-up look at that frog, isn't he? Let's see. Little ferrets, I think they are. Oh, I like this one. One that's coming up. Oh, there's some fish, which would be cool. Fishing and boys go well together, but no fishing poles. I think we're going to just take old little Mr. Thumper right out of this book here. And Bambi's asleep on the back side, which is really cool. So we're going to try to ferret this page out of here as well. If we can do it without too much problem. I have some good ideas with this journal as to how I want to do some things with what I'm getting out of the book and making things with. I think I want to use a little bit of Mod Podge with it and see what I can end up with. So let's see, I've got a few more here. This really isn't going to be too much of a long video, so let's see what we got here. There's the old hat, new hat kind of guy. I just love this book page and this one because they're blank. These are from 1970, the Berenstein Bears. In fact, my mother dated all the books that she got me, and it says 1972 in the front. Well, put it this way, she dated most of the books she got me. So let's see here what Mr. Hat has to say. Too flat, too tall. There might not be too much in here. Too twisty, too leafy, too bumpy, too frilly, too silly, too shiny, too fancy, too everything there is. Too. And it's kind of like, you know, you see the stories about somebody going to look for something new, and the thing they pick out is the thing that they went in the store looking, that they wore into the store, which is what this book is. That's just kind of a blank page there. Might make for something interesting. Just right. Look at that big old picture. Do I want to use it? I think I'm going to pass it up today. I'm having a hard time finding what I really, really want. You know what? I do like this one. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take this one out of here. Let's see what I can do here. Oh, is it going to come out in one big piece, maybe? I don't know. Let's see here. Nope, it's not. And of course the strings right there. Where have I laid the scissors? Are you jumping out at you anywhere? Nope, me neither. Guess I'll just try here without them, because I really don't want the whole page per se. I just want that one image out of here, but it's coming out easier if I take the whole shebang. Now I'm just tearing this pieces along the spine, and I just about lost it. See that tear there? I didn't tear the bear, so he's salvageable. So, yep, it's salvageable. We'll just take that off of here, and we will hold on to that, and this will go back with my other books. Noah's Ark doesn't really apply here, so I'm gonna skip her that one. Pets and Playmates. I'm not sure if I've been through this, so we'll try that one and see what I come up with here. There's a boy and his dog. That's kind of neat. I think I did go through these, and I pulled some things out. Now I recall. This is an old children's reader from, oh, the front of it's gone, but it's been taken apart, and it is from many years ago. I want to say 40s, maybe 50, early 50s, late 40s. Don't anybody quote me on that, because I'm going off totally the top of my head when I found that book. Oh, and we can't have a boy's journal without Smokey the Bear, you know. That's pencil right there on the front. I think I'm going to go ahead and use that. Some child, this wasn't my child, because I didn't let my kid do this stuff. However, this book is colored in and all kinds of things. So this one has pencil though, so I think I can get the pencil off and still use that image. We'll see if there's any others in here that might work. Oh, it worked. All right, let's see what else I've got here. A little bear cub. This is mainly going to be all... Oh, there's some other animals running through the forest. Let's see what else I got here. A little bear up in the tree, trying to stay away from smoke. Bear cub's frightened. What should he do? There he is, clinging to the tree for dear life. The forest ranger finds him and takes him back to where he belongs. And he then becomes the new Smokey the Bear. So, now let's see. Some of these smaller ones. Prevent forest fires. Join the junior forest rangers. You know what? That was a big thing at one time. I think we'll just see if we can't pull. I like these last few pages in here. I wonder if there's any way that would be good for fall. You know what? I think I'm going to skip it since I've got that one from the front. Alright, The Good Old Days. This is a book about cats, and there are pictures of boy cats in here, as well as girl cats. So, it's a golden book from the 80s. So let's see what we've got here. Oh, there's one right there in the beginning. We'll pull it. I got that full picture out that I wanted there. These would make nice envelopes for a particular journal. I'm not going to necessarily use them in the one I'm making now. Okay. Again, pretty pictures for various pieces of ephemera. Everybody's sitting on dinner on the porch having some delicious cobbler. What happened to days where we would just sit on the porch in the evenings or afternoons, or even on a weekday or weekend afternoon, and just spend time visiting? My priority when I was much younger on the weekends was visiting parents. We go see my husband's parents, and then we go see my parents. Doesn't quite all happen that way these days. But, well, there we go. I think I have one more book we're going to ferret through today. I saved it for last because I'm pretty sure, haven't gotten to look at the book itself, pretty sure I may, with the way this book, color it is and the size it is, this may very well become my little boy's journal. I like the blue color that it has, and if I'm not mistaken, I can't get to it because I don't want to cut up this cover. It's got a beautiful thing that I could turn into a framed pocket, but that picture is actually on the front of the book of the boy rabbit. So if I don't use it for this one, it would make a beautiful Easter type journal. But I thought I'd see what I've got going in here. A vest with silver buttons. So some tiny little photos. Oh, there's a little girl and her bunny that she calls Jeremy. Oh, look at there. He's dancing around in a blue suit. I really like that. This would be a good book to just randomly take a couple pages that had some decent pictures on them and use them as pages in the journal. So if I do take this book apart, I'll honor the original book by putting some of the original pages in the journal. Okay, I get it. I could even possibly cut that little flower there, but I'm going to leave it for today. Oh, looky there. That's cute. I even like these front pieces to use as backing for tags and things. Let's see what else I have here. A recipe for Mr. Pruneholt's English Rabbit. Well, that's quite interesting. I don't recall what this book's about, if you want to know the truth. It's about a rabbit named Jeremy, but I don't know if it's talking about a rabbit stew. Maybe he went and thought he was going to do something else, and they was just there for simply the owner was going to turn him into rabbit stew. So I really don't know. I like that too. Look at that beautiful picture. This has so many. I think I'm going to lay it to the side so I can take the book apart. This will have to be taken off of here. And hopefully it doesn't destroy the inside of that. I'm not sure why. I guess they do it for so they don't lose it, you know, in books at libraries. But this was an old library book. English Rabbit. Let's see. There's a little boy running after the rabbit. and they fall all over each other going down the hill. So I don't even have to read the book, and I can tell you kind of what it's about. Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get this page here out without messing it up. So let me get one of my craft knives out of my drawer here. That just is wanting to be stuck right now. Ah, daggone. There we go. I think I got it. Even though the drawer's still stuck, if I can get this blade out, I will use it to cut this. Well, here is what I'm going to do. If I can find my scissors that I just had. Now the books are falling on the floor off my lap. Ugh. Okay. I'm going to try to use one edge of my scissors to see if I can get this marked enough to where I can tear it as close to the spine as I can do without ruining that image. Maybe it'll just give it enough, though it won't cut clear through the page. It'll give it enough that when I go to tear it, it'll tear along my line, not somewhere else. There goes another book to the floor. I'd get them, folks, but as you all know, here at Messy Paper Wheel Studio, I am a wheelchair crafter, and I can't bend over and pick them up, so I will have to have someone get them for me at a later time. They're not really in my way, and they're the books that I've already gone through anyway. So, let's just pull this image out, and I think I'm going to finish this book up and call it quits for the day. I appreciate you all joining me today. I mean, even part of our crafting is finding things to use in our crafting. And what better way to do it is to look through things that we have in our home or in our craft room that we can use to make what we want out of, instead of just going to the store. I mean, I could go to the store and buy a boy paper pack, scrapbook paper pack, but you know, that doesn't allow me to create things on my own and be happy with what I create. So, oh, look at that little image. Isn't that just adorable? I don't want to get too many little rabbit ones, because I'll feel the need to want to use up everything I have in here. So I don't want to do that. So let's see, we're going to just kind of flip through here to the end and see if there are any more that I would like to pull out for this one. Big Bad Fox. I wonder if he's as bad as the fox in Little Red Riding Hood. Who would know if you don't read the book like I didn't? I'm sure I did it one time. Alrighty. Well, that is the end for that one. And yeah, the more I think about it, I'm pretty sure this is going to become my book cover for the boys' journal. So, I think I'll get my craft knife out, if I can get my door unstuck, and remove this cover and start seeing if it will work. I really, if I use this cover, would hate to cover up this little blue guy on the front. But, you know, I'm not real sure if that's what I want as my front image on a boy's journal. I don't know, but I really like how the cover does this. There's that circle, and I'm going to somehow use this frame in some way. So I definitely will be harvesting that from this book. So now I have a whole pile of pages like this, and what I will do now is take my little pile of pages, put it on my tray, and as I'm sitting around my living room this evening, I am going to simply do some fussy cutting and pulling the images and things out of all of this I have here. and deciding how I want to use them, and turning these into more usable kinds of images. So you all come back. Please join me. There will be more videos. I'm doing a 100-day project, a video a day for 100 days. I let my cold get in the way for one day, but I did go ahead and post a picture of that day. I didn't do a video, but my picture was posted up on YouTube and Instagram. So I think I'll take my little trains out. I've pretty much fussy cut those the way I want them. And I will stack all these other little boys here in a pile so that I can get them fussy cut and go from there. And tomorrow I'll be back to try to create some things with some of these images, or we might work on the old journal that I have. So we'll see. We'll go from here, see how I'm doing tomorrow and what I feel like. When I wake up in the morning, if my cold is much better, then I may just work on that other journal. So sometimes, you know, I don't have a definite schedule for my craft room. Sometimes it's just coming in here and seeing what it is that I can come up with just randomly for whatever I happen to be working with. Thank you all for joining me today. As I go through some old books, you get out those old books of yours, and even your children's books. Don't pass them up. There's some beautiful nature, flower, images of animals and things that can be easily used in your junk journals from old children's books that you might have had as a child or that someone else had. I don't mean the good books, the ones that even are worth something. I'm talking about the books that are just simply falling apart that somebody would just come along and toss in the trash. You can ferret things out and use what you can out of it. Children's books have a lot of heavy pages. You know, they're pretty. These Bernstein Bears, and I have some Dr. Seuss. They're pretty heavy pages. So they make great pieces of journal ephemera. So enjoy going through your things and see what you can come up with. And you all just have a wonderful day.